So it's 1 minute after 5. I'd like to call the meeting of the Pajaro Valley Healthcare Division Hospital Corporation special meeting for Thursday, December 21st, 2023, in order. So Rosalie, would you call the roll call?
Yes. Director Nunez.
Here.
Director Cox. Here. Director Gallagher.
Here.
Director Pimentel.
Here.
And Chair Friel.
Here. I should ask for any items for closed session. What? Not hearing any, we'll move on to the agenda modification. Any modification from board members? Okay, we move along to public comment on matters on the agenda only. Any online?
No one online.
Members of the public like to make a comment to the board on agenda only items? Comments from the board members?
I do want to make a quick comment. Thank you to everyone who planned the party last Saturday. That was a lot of fun. I think it went from around 5 o'clock all the way to 10 or something like that. I had to leave it a little early because I had the baby waiting for us back at home, but thank you for all the effort that went into that, planning all that stuff, and it was a lot of fun. I'm really happy to see just everyone from the hospital there, just having fun, having a good time, and getting to meet everyone. So.
Thank you, Tony.
Everybody safe upcoming holiday weekend. Travel a little, couple hours, right?
Okay, so we're here to talk about the California Nurse Association Memorandum of Understanding. Buffett, you going to give us a little summary of that?
I would like to. So, Board, we're here today to approve the new Memorandum of Understanding, which used to be known as a collective bargaining agreement. Now that we're under the Myers-Milius-Brown Act, which is a public sector labor contract, it's called a Memorandum of Understanding. So we've been negotiating this since June on a successor agreement, and we've met many times with the bargaining team from the California Nurses Association, and we have reached tentative agreements on all terms. We reached that in early December. The California Nurses Association did vote to ratify in this very room on December 8th, and they did ratify the agreement. All of the major summary, there's a summary in the report of all the major changes in that contract, but we will bring it back to you as it says in the recommendation, just for receive and file when we have a final contract where we do all the ledge edits and get everything approved and have it ready to go. And we all sign off on it, and we'll have it before you for final review. But this is basically to approve the new terms of the agreement. But before we talk about questions and make a motion, I just also wanted to take this opportunity to just introduce the bargaining team members that were on both sides. It was a pretty big effort, a lot of long days. I know the nurses group would meet before and after, and sometimes on weekends on their own time. So there was a lot of really great effort put into negotiating this. It wasn't the easiest always, but we really worked through a lot of important issues on all the proposals. And I think we ended up with something that everyone can not only live with, but feels pretty good about. So if I could just do that, we actually have one of our CNA bargaining team members, Annabelle Covington, is in here today. She's a charge nurse in labor and delivery. She was on a team with Roseanne Ferris, who's one of our nurses in CCU, with also Kiche Rubalcava, who's on our emergency room department, Shenandrea Castro, who works in specials, and then Julie Judd, who works in telemetry. And they are represented, their lead representative from the California Nurses Association is Jack. And then the team for the hospital, we have today Rafa Alvaran, who is from Human Resources. He was with us on the team. And then Gabby Saldana, who's also in Human Resources. She was on the team. We also had Anna Gaziecki from payroll come in at times. It's really helpful to have payroll to make sure what we're negotiating can actually be implemented, because that doesn't always happen. And I'd also like to thank the executive team. We had many times when Sherry, CNO, Mako, COO, or Julie would come in, CFO, answer questions, or just to help us work through operational issues. So I felt like, at the end of all of the sessions, we had a good process, and we really look forward to working with CNA through the term of this contract for 3 years on every issue that comes up during the contract, and then you know, working through issues that we look forward to, in 3 years from now if there's improvements to be made. So with that, we have a recommendation for you to pass a resolution approving the terms of the new agreement, providing me authority to sign it, and then we'll bring it back to, as a receive and file when the whole contract is completed. If you have any questions, happy to take those.
So I would just like to reiterate what you just did about the effort that hours that went into it have been many times to remember. But I think what it represents now that it's all done is the true partnership we have with our nurses. Talked all along that they're an integral part of our sustainability and our success going forward and taking care of our patients. A long way to go. But with this together, we wouldn't have been. Comments before I ask for the resolution?
The only thing I'd add is I think it represents an important milestone. So I'd like to add my thanks to everyone involved in the months and months.
And also, massive gratitude, Annabelle and your whole team and our hospital, new hospital, board, our new staff. Like, it feels like there's been 20 years of harm caused on a lot of people. And I think nurses and all of our staff bore the brunt of that over and over and over and over again. All that crazy, and there's a lot of crazy. Care kept being the first thing we were doing. I'm just, from the community, having been in this hospital during those times, like, I'm just grateful for that, to you and the whole team and all the nurses and all our employees. For all those 2 decades of crazy, we can be here now and working together on a unified new mission, new vision, new values, new strategic plan, and work collaboratively. I'm just like, the last couple of meetings, I've just been overwhelmed with pride and joy and just where we are today and where we're going to be, and it's all getting one of the directions. So thank you for trusting in this board and this new board and this new governance and this new team, and thank you all for your long hours getting to this point. Massive gratitude to everyone.
I know we probably have to go out to public comment for this, I think, before we take a motion, but also I don't have any questions. I just want to reiterate, I think what Joe said. It's just the real like moment I think we look back on all the work that's been done over the last year since we've come back from for-profit ownership to nonprofit ownership and becoming community-owned hospital again, that, you know, comes to the negotiating table. It comes to our staff with all the best intentions instead of just trying to undercut and continue to remove, and we're trying to be additive. Trying to move together or forward together, you know, as one hospital, as one community, and I think that I just want to appreciate both the administration for all your work on this and also the CNA team. Thank you so much for working with us and being there for our community and just always caring for all your patients. So.
Going to public comment, Rosalie, is there anybody online that's wanting to say?
No one online.
Anybody that's present would like to say anything? Then we'll close the public comment. The chair is open to recommendation to pass the resolution. I could read it.
I'll happily move staff's recommendation to pass the.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Director Gallagher?
Yes.
Director Cox? Yes. Director Nunez?
Yes.
Director Pimentel?
Yes.
Chair Friel?
Yes. Motion passes. Congratulations. With that, we'll put an end to this long meeting and adjournment. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Not over, please back the gavel, right, Chair?